What's up, my people? Hope everybody is having a great day, and I'm back again with another video. This video is going to be about 5 things that will help you succeed this year. Now, these 5 things, you can use it as motivation, you can use this as core values, you can use this any way that you need to help you stay focused, to help you succeed, and to help you remember your why. Okay? And we're going to get straight into it. The first thing is God, right? God is the number one thing that will help you succeed this year. Now, I'm not sure what your relationship is with God. I'm not sure if you're spiritual or religious. You have to believe in something that is higher than yourself, okay? Because at the end of the day, there is something that brought you here. There is something within us that we cannot explain. There's stuff that goes on in this world that we simply cannot explain. Science cannot explain. The fact that we have a consciousness, right? The fact that we have a spirit, the fact that we have willpower. It's amazing. Like when you take a step back from reality and yourself and you think about the fact that we are able to create these amazing things. The fact that we have technology and electricity and we have air, oxygen, and wind. We have all these things that we cannot explain, things that we cannot see with our own eyes, but yet, without a doubt, we know that it's there. You'll bet your life on it that these things are real, that these things are there, and that these are things that we need. There's a spirit within you, and understanding this and appreciating this and glorifying this God, my God, Jesus Christ, it it just brings so much joy. It brings fulfillment. It brings a calmness to life. It brings an understanding, a deeper understanding, a unwavering feeling, right? That no matter what goes on in life, no matter what you're going through, no matter what's to come, you are going to be okay. Now, the second thing is your legacy slash your family. Now, I assume that we all want to have a lasting impact on this world. And we all want to have offspring. We all want to have kids. We all want a wife, a husband. We all want a big, happy family, right? And you have to understand that what you do now is going to dictate what that is. I know that when it's all said and done, I want people to remember me for who I am, the impact that I had on the people around me, on the community, the man that I am, the character that I have, who I was on a day to day basis, how I speak, how I treated people, how I was generous, how I was God fearing, spirit led, you know, and it's important that you have an idea of what you want your legacy to be. And it's important that when you are doing these things in life or you're going through your journey, that you're not just thinking about yourself, that you're thinking about your family, the people that you're impacting, as well as your kids, right? Because you want to leave your kids with something. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't always have to be financially. It could be real estate. It could be land. It could be knowledge. Like you want to be someone that your kids look up to. I know you hear all the time like, are you someone that you want your daughter to date? Right? That's real. If you allow your daughter to date someone like you, then you're probably not a good person. You know what I'm saying? Or probably don't respect women the way you should, or whatever. But point is that you have to think long term. And you have to use these kind of things to motivate you and to guide you. And when times get rough and you don't feel motivated and you don't want to put in the work, you think about, hey, I'm doing this for my future kids. I'm doing this for my legacy. I'm doing this for my mom, my dad, my sister, my brothers, those people who I love and I want to support. So you have to think about those things and consider that and use that as motivation. Use that as a drive. Use that as a core motivation to wake up every day and to get after it. The third thing is the old you. When you're fucking 70, 80 years old, you're going to look back on your life and what are you going to see? What are you going to think? Are you going to be regretful? Are you going to think, oh man, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. Or are you going to be like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. I did everything I said I wanted to do. I don't have any regrets. I am where I want to be. I am wealthy. I have raised a big, beautiful family, and I have a legacy that I'm proud of, right? You have to think about that. Again, that's thinking long term. For the long term goals are going to help you with short-term obstacles. You know, it's not always easy, but you have to think long term. You have to plan long term because ultimately that's the goal. Investing in things like that is a long term goal. It's a long game. You're not reaping those benefits right away. You're reaping those benefits 10, 20, 30, 40 years in the future. You know what I'm saying? But that's the whole point, is to think ahead and to plan for your future. So when you're old, what are you going to think? What do you want to think when you're 70, 80 years old? How do you want to look back and feel? Do you want to feel joyful and fulfilled and proud of yourself? Or do you want to feel like, dang, I didn't get the most out of life. I didn't travel. I didn't, you know, sacrifice the momentary happiness for the long term joy. These are things you have to think about. These are things that really matter. The fourth thing is joy and fulfillment. Now, this is important because when you are spirit led, when you believe in God and you follow your purpose and you sacrifice the momentary joys and the instant gratification for the long term fulfillment and long term gratification, this ultimately brings joy and fulfillment in your life. Fulfillment comes from doing things that feed your soul, doing things that make you happy internally, you know. And a lot of times that comes from being of service, doing things for other people, providing services for other people, educating other people, you know, doing things that don't directly benefit you. A lot of times that's where fulfillment and joy comes from, but also comes from doing things that you love, whether that is a sport, whether that's spending time with family and friends, whether that's, just being out on a lake in the middle of nowhere, just with peace and serenity. That brings joy and fulfillment too. You have to understand what that looks like for you and how you can get there. You can do things that bring joy and fulfillment to you on a day-to-day basis, like I said, through hobbies, through just doing fun things that you love. But at the same time, you have to sacrifice things now that's going to bring you joy and fulfillment in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Not spending your money, not going out every weekend, and really grinding right now is going to bring you joy and fulfillment in the future, because when you're 40 years old, you can relax. You don't have to work a 9 to 5 because you have all this money saved up and you have all these options now, to where it's like, okay, I can work when I want to, I can travel, I can provide for my kids, I can create memories, I can do all these things because I sacrificed, I stayed down, and I thought long term and I planned for my future. Joy and fulfillment is the two greatest feelings in the world. There's nothing else that feels better than that. You have to understand, you have to figure out what that means for you and how you can implement these things in your life as well as your future. Now, the last thing that's going to help you succeed in 2025 is understanding the fact that you deserve it. You deserve everything that you want in this lifetime. You deserve, the materialistic things. You deserve the spirit fulfillment. You deserve joy. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to be happy. You have to understand that you deserve everything that you want. You deserve it all and more. And again, following God and believing in God and allowing Him to lead you will get you those things. I promise you. Um, but it's important to build yourself up. It's important for you to be your number one fan. It's important for you to provide for self. It's important for you to put yourself first, okay? Because if you cannot make yourself happy, you cannot make anyone else happy. If you cannot find joy within yourself, you won't find joy with anybody else or outside of yourself. If you can't find fulfillment within, you will not find fulfillment outside of yourself. You have to understand these things. So you have to prioritize you. Do what's best for you. Make you happy. Do the things that you love, regardless of what anybody's thinks. Because at the end of the day, when you're old, you're gonna look back and be like, "Hey, I did everything I wanted to do, and that brings me joy. That brings me fulfillment, and I am proud of self." Okay, understand that you deserve it. Treat yourself. Okay, I'm not saying work hard, just work, 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 and don't spend money. No, treat yourself. Buy that nice thing that you like. If you want a new car, work towards that. And when you're able to afford it, buy that. You deserve it. You worked for it. You deserve it. Treat yourself. Love on yourself. Do self care. Take care of yourself, because that's going to bring joy and fulfillment as well. And At the end of the day, you matter. Nobody else matters but you. You gotta understand that you have to be your first priority. And once you build yourself up enough to where your cup is overflowing, then you can outsource. Then you can provide for others and help bring joy and fulfillment to others because you have so much of it that you have no choice but to share. It's only right that you share, and the Lord wants you to share. But you have to put yourself in a position to be able to share. You cannot share from a half empty cup because then your cup's going to be empty. That's where, you become resentful and all these negative feelings because you're just giving, 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 and you're not receiving from self. You're doing all these things for people that you're not doing for yourself, and that is not healthy. That is not healthy. It doesn't really come from a place of love. It's more so validation and people pleasing. And that's not where you want to give from. That is not a place that you want to serve from because it is only temporary and it's going to breed negativity and resentment and not the things that you're looking for. So understand that you come first. You matter first. You matter. Understand that. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. And most importantly, be you. Be who God designed you to be. Love the good, love the bad, and bring it all to the table. Don't hide any of it. Okay? Now, that's it for the video. I love y'all. I appreciate the support. I appreciate people watching this. And I really hope that these videos help you. It brings some sort of, calmness, stability, and some sort of vision. I don't know, who's gonna see this and what kind of impact it has. As long as it does have a positive impact, that's what I want. That's why I'm doing this. And that's what makes me happy. That's what brings me joy. It's literally making these videos because I know at least one person's gonna see this and gonna take something. And that's what matters. And I'm gonna end it there. Thank you. I love you and I hope y'all have a beautiful, progressive, and a great 2025.